The Anthony Edwards hype train is way too far. Many people are comparing him to, they're comparing him to Michael Jordan. He's saying he's the best, which he is a good player. But these comparisons of Anthony Edwards are being taken way too far, and here are my points why. Let's talk about why the Anthony Edwards comparisons to D Wade are more fair, and just his game in general, and let's talk about this. I know Anthony Edwards, he's had a couple seasons in the NBA where he's had some time to get his game going, and now was the time for him to basically just take off, and he's been doing that with Team USA. So my thoughts on Anthony Edwards, he's a very flashy scorer, he's very creative in the dribble, and he can create his own offense and have just a lead in Timberwolves' role because Karl-Anthony Towns might be gone. He has players to rely on like Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The core that Timberwolves has, once Rudy Gobert gets freed up in the Timberwolves trade market and goes elsewhere, I think Anthony Edwards could have a massive leap in becoming an all-star and carrying the Timberwolves team to where it needs to be, in it being an over 500 team and them competing in the Western Conference. So Anthony Edwards is a very polished player, he's very creative. Why Anthony Edwards' comparison to Michael Jordan is very much happening because, he's having a good stance with Team USA. He's averaging almost close to 30 points a game. He's shooting respectable 35%. He's a good dunker, he's a good slasher, he's a good driver, and everything else MJ has, Anthony Edwards has it, but I think he's more comparable to Dwyane Wade. And let's break that down in the gameplay I have here and just my thoughts and raw take on it because Anthony Edwards, he's not really a mid-range threat. He's more of a slasher, he's more of a driver, and he likes to attack the basket and sometimes shoot in the mid-range as he shoots a higher percentage of his shots from either the mid-range or the free throw line or at the rim on his own, whether it's a layup, dunk, or anything else to even cap in there. So let's tie into the gameplay. I basically made it my own and let's take a look at it. But yeah, Anthony Edwards, I don't see no flaws in the game. I don't see no sad parts in the game. The only thing I think he can do is take a bit more three, but Dwyane Wade doesn't really take a lot of threes. He takes more mid-range shots and he has a slashing ability like Edwards to get to the rim. And he has a hop in a step to where he can take space along the mid-range, and anything he wants to do, Anthony Edwards can do the same way. But if you see how Dwyane Wade plays on his own time, you can see the aspect and similarity to Anthony Edwards. But get on to the gameplay and my thoughts on some of his play from the USA game versus Germany. Okay, let's break down some Anthony Edwards gameplay today. Brandon Ingram basically gets into the paint and he finds Anthony Edwards, who basically jab steps and takes a three over the lengthy defender. Then next play here, Jaren Jackson gives it to Anthony Edwards on a handoff, and Anthony Edwards gets shown multiple defenders as he drives to the rim and fights his way to the layup for under the basket 2 points. Anthony Edwards knows how to use his hands and feet around the rim with multiple defenders guarding him. Nice. Next play here again, Anthony Edwards off a pick and roll from Bobby Portis, and he just basically takes a step back as the big is in drop coverage again, and he makes them pay with an open three ball. Anthony Edwards is very good at using a screen, and if no one plays up, he gets that three very well. The next play here, Anthony Edwards is bringing the ball up on the right wing, then he gets a fake screen from Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ant blows by defenders and takes a dunk on his own. Anthony Edwards, though he punishes the pick and roll very well here, uses his force of nature to just get right to the rim. The next play here, again, Anthony Edwards then gets the ball from Jalen Brunson, and he basically just takes it baseline all the way and just takes the easy layup and dunks it right through the lane. These NBA comparisons aren't even close, but I'll compare Anthony Edwards to another Dwyane Wade because of his flashiness and his explosiveness to get to the rim. On this play here, Anthony Edwards on a post-up on a low block, and he guarded another defender that's smaller than him, so he takes him to school, babies him, and hits him with a Kobe fadeaway on the baseline. But Anthony Edwards is good at using both hands and using his post play and mid-range in his arsenal, though he shoots 36% from 3. On this play here, the big is sagged off again on Anthony Edwards, and he has another open 3 because the big is in drop coverage, and they have no one else to basically pick up, so he has to come in and help off his defender. USA here is off to the races with Anthony Edwards, and he brings the ball up full court. In the half court now, he basically gets doubled by the 2 defenders, and he just pulls up and hits a 3 right in their face, with no one guarding him, and it ties the game at 86. Anthony Edwards, he's not poised to show his confidence when in clutch moments, as he can take these shots very much desperately. On our next play here, Anthony Edwards again, he's on the baseline, and he basically putting himself in the post position, and he fades away on a left block over a defender, and he makes a shot of his own which bounces up and in. This puts USA up 5. But Anthony Edwards is very poised on the rim, and he knows how to use his body both ways and to just make an open look for himself. Yeah, that's the video on Anthony Edwards, his play style, his stats say it all, and basically the way he moves. I think I see comparison to Dwayne Wade, definitely. Though I'm comparing his game right now, sorry for the gameplay breakdowns a bit rough because I was using different mics. So I'm using my phone mic, so hopefully when everything's done it should clear up. But if y'all get video, please be sure to like, comment, and leave your thoughts down below, because everything helps me in getting this channel where I want to, and I'm out, brothers. That's how Anthony Edwards, how I see it from my view, is similar to Dwayne Wade. And if you are new, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gone, brothers. Peace out.